hammer is absolutely insane. Of course they had to let him out, to let it out of the prismatic pool. Speaking of the prismatic pool, today I looked at it a little. Then I saw a kind of pool of skills and arguments, various perks we could use. They're not that bad, but there's a reason the Bungie wrote that went out of their way to use the most standard. What is going on over here? They use the underutilized ones, not like the worst ones, because there's not really a worst option. But there's a reason they're not the most popular ones, because the other ones are just so much better in many categories. Maybe not in all of them, but most. And also about this, they're not even using the least popular ones for each category, because for Arc, for the Titan, they got Knockout. And Knockout is basically the only good perk. And well, okay, Touch of Thunder is way better, because Touch of Thunder gives your grenades so much fucking juice, it's unreal. To be fair, if you had to go for the underdogs, you 100% had to go for Juggernaut. From what I could see, the pool is nice. To be fair, I'm very happy Void does the new aspect, because if they had to choose from the existing ones, none of them are good and all of them go off each other. Like, there's no single argument that goes off of itself. For example, there's offensive bulwark, the bubble aspect. That one goes off bubble. You have to either rely on overshield generation, shield throw, and or bubble. What will make or break Titan will absolutely be the double exotics, because the other two prismatic classes are just better. Solar gets consecration, which I'm using it right now. It's the funny perk. It's the funny hee haha slammo bango. Then knockout I already talked about. Strand gets Strangle Lash, the suspend on barrier cast, which is probably my least favorite one. It's objectively one of the better perks on Stasis. Ow! But it's probably one of my least favorites. Yeah, the Stasis. Oh man, Stasis gets the fucking lance. Diamond Lance. Diamond Lance is probably the worst perk in existence. It's just so bad. It's just so bad. It does nothing. It literally does nothing. It's gonna be Titans running around with Drunk Lash, Knockout, Thunder Crash, because it's the better ulti. Hands down. Thunder Crash is not the better ult if you use these Pyrogal Gauntlets. If you're using the Prismatic subclass, you're absolutely 100% using the new exotics, the double exotics class items. If not, you're fucking throwing. And I'm not even sure this super, the one I'm using right now, is currently available for Prismatic. I'm willing to bet it's not. It's just worse than the other one in normal play. The other one is ranged. This one is melee. When you use it, you have to slam the ground. If your raid boss, if your dungeon boss, if your whatever boss is currently floating or flying, then you're just fucked. What are you going to do? Ask them nicely to please get down on the ground. The nades. The nades is... okay, one of them had to be bad. The suppressor grenade. It's not bad per se, but it's just... it's just unusable. Solar should have been Consecration. Hands down. Good pick. It never should have left the... No, I mean, nothing else should have left Solar. Everything else would have been just too strong, in my opinion, because they're switching out specific requirements for generic ones. It would have been either too strong, Running Flames, for example, or Sol Invictus. They would have both been too generic and too strong, because you would just activate it with everything and skills that just had generation that were never meant to have. That kind of generation would just absolutely wreck house and become meta immediately. Other classes got it too good, in my opinion. Hunter got a new super. I don't know how good it is. The dodge, Radiant dodge. That's useful. I've never heard a hunter main, literally anybody saying, oh my god, fucking strand melee is too good, does everything. I've never heard anybody say anything like this. I'm not sure where they will go with nades. It's probably gonna be either grapple or taskfield. The aspects, gunpowder gamble is there. Doesn't need fire skills, sprocket. which is awesome because you can go Withering Blade and get 3 kills in a single cast and get 3 stacks. That's gonna be absolutely busted. What is Winter Shroud? Is that the grenade one? Because if it's the grenade one, I can see maybe a use. How's that gonna work with the Ascension grenade? The special one. I believe. Oh, chair! Arcane Needle is probably the best, objectively best Warlock melee option. It's just too good. 3 stacks and then you get to proc a lot of shit. Lightning Surge is the dash, the slide melee. It's very weird. It's very weird. Especially because they gave them... With Arcane Needle, I can't wait to have dashing thingies in my lobbies. What the hell was this decision? It's gonna be terrible for us, it's gonna be awesome for them. I'm happy with them, I guess. Bleak Watcher, no brainer. It's the best, absolutely 100% the best perk for stages. Okay, you can make an argument for the fucking Weaver's Call is the children one. Having an effect for eating grenades for all the different grenades would have been a headache. I honestly understand them. He's got the Frosties on. I'm so sad. Something I am very happy about is that I think we have the best grenade overall when in Transcendence. Electrified Snare. Throw an explosive device energized with strength matter and arc energy that detonates in a supercharged suspending burst. The suspended target takes heavy damage over time and chains jolting lightning to any nearby targets. Considering how badly Bungie sometimes words their descriptions, what does heavy damage mean exactly? What are we talking about here? We're talking about heavy weapon damage? Are we talking about special damage? Are we talking disappointing damage? Because heavy damage really puts some expectancy to it, and I'm really scared about it, not gonna lie. And then the Warlock's got the cringe one, which is Freezing Singularity. It's a fucking Vortex Nade with stasis damage on top of it. It's not bad, it's actually very good, but it's so boring. So boring. It doesn't do anything new. And we're good. We're done. Oh my god. I didn't get to spend my money. A Defiance. Finishers create a detonation that either jolts, scorches, glows, severs, or makes targets volatile, based on the damage type of your equipped super. This, in my opinion, is a fairly weak facet. This depends on the stat that it gives you. Probably doesn't warrant a slot. I don't like it. Generosity, defeating while transcendent, creates orbs of power, which is good, but it's just allies, and we need to see. We are going fishing now, because I have a bounty that wants me to. While you have an elemental buff, your class grenades, your class ability, sorry, regenerates more quickly. This is good. This is a good one. Class ability loops are always welcome, especially considering we get Thruster. Especially Thruster for Titans. Dodges on a fucking 10 seconds cooldown, so who cares? And Warlocks have Well, which is extremely powerful. This one is a good one. Face it of purpose. Picking up an orb of power grants either amplified restoration, woven mail, or overshield, which is the void one, based on the damage type of your equipped super. Okay, amplified on orb pickup is Garbo, especially because knockout exists. Talking about Titan here. But if you're using on Titan either Void or Strand, you get Woven Mail, which is a perk you can already have on Strand, and you get Overshield from orbs if you have Void. That's fucking busted! You can stack on your boots healing orbs, and then you can stack Overshield on top of that. And if you find a way to consistently generate orbs, you just can't die. I love the HUD changes, by the way. They're very good. Right now, buffs and debuffs, they're all relegated in the same jail. And it's not even a good jail. Good luck having on screen what you need. Goodbye.